Hello, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Elngakadiu, the podcast where three friends come together and break down what's new in the Japanese music industry. This is the podcast for the week of November 29th, 2019. I'm your host, Ken, and with me we have Gray.
What's happening, dudes?
And Luna.
Hey, everyone.
Hooray.
Yay, we're all here.
Did you all kill your turkey pagan god yesterday?
No, I didn't. I hate turkey with a passion.
I didn't cook it, but I ate some of it, even for once.
So Gray, does your family just not kill turkey, then?
I'm the only person in my family that does not partake in that ritual. Because I hate that bird with a
Well, your family
freaking
killed the
passion.
turkey, so that's regardless of the point. But they partake in killing our pagan turkey god there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, with that, how have we been? Let's start with you, Luna.
So it's been an interesting week. I kind of broke my phone. I dropped it, cracked, and still works, even though it's shattered and glass is kind of coming out. But I got a new phone today.
Hooray!
So I saved, yay, I'm excited. I saved $200 on it, but I still got $600 to pay off. And now we have unlimited data.
Nice.
Woo.
That's the best part of any
So-
plan, is the fact that unlimited data. It's so wonderful.
We didn't before, but the only thing we had to get rid of to do the cheapest unlimited data plan is our hotspot, so we have no hotspot capability now.
That saddens me a little bit.
So I don't know if that matters.
If you don't use it,
My
no, it
sister
doesn't
doesn't-
matter at all. But if you use it all the time, it's
Okay,
a
then I
sadness.
don't use it. I don't know if my sister uses it. She listens to this, she might kill me because I'm the one who got rid of it. But we now have unlimited data, and we're still paying the same price.
She'll be happy she has unlimited
So-
data and not care about the hotspot thing.
Yeah, so, we don't have the hotspot thing, but we have unlimited data because that works. But I got a new phone, and I'm excited. Just activating it was a pain in the butt because I didn't read the instructions about turn your own old phone off first. So my activation failed more than once. It's been one of those weeks. So, but it's been a good week. Did some Black Friday shopping, but my wallet's probably not happy. How about you, Gray? How was your week?
My week's been good mostly. It's been very busy. Today's been, like one of those days. I had to get up at 4 a.m. My girlfriend lost her phone in the local mall. Well, it's not local. It's an hour drive away. But we had to be there at 6 o'clock this morning to try and find her phone. So I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired. But I'm really glad to be here. Glad that to be with you guys. This definitely was an interesting week, especially Oricon wise. So that'll be a fun conversation to be had. But I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. How are you doing there, Ken?
I'm alive.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, I just got into a car accident like 2 days ago.
Okay. Are you still sore?
Oh, yeah, my back's hurt.
Golly.
Kind of a lot.
How's your car doing?
It's alright. Everything, there's just like a dent in it, nonetheless, but...
Well, I'm glad you're okay, bud.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, it's whatever's, but I'm like, it sucked all the fun out of driving.
I'm
That's
sure it
true.
did.
That is probably true.
But yeah, let's continue on to what we've been listening to. Let's start with you first, Luna.
I've been listening to, well, actually not that much this week, I guess. I was listening to a little bit of Ando Yuko, who's like a Japanese pop folk singer. I don't know how to describe her music. More poppy, I guess. She's a very interesting voice. I was also listening to Kara, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but they're a Korean turned Japanese pop group that disbanded in 2016. I've been really addicted to their Supergirl album. It is fan-flippin-tastic, and their Japanese Best album is really good too. And what else was I listening to this week? It wasn't that much, actually. Oh, Crazy Boy. I'm still listening to Donna. I freaking love that song, and I'm about ready to buy that single. I have it in my cart, and I've been going back and forth. But that song's amazing. And I also was listening to some Beverly, too, this week. Going back to some Love Therapy. So, but that's about it for me. What about you, Gray?
Yeah, I've been listening to LOL, surprisingly enough. They dropped a brand new music video this past Wednesday, and Man, it's a really, really good song. They've been on a really like a release binge lately. Like every time I turn around, it seems like there's a brand new LOL video, and it's like within the past month they've dropped 4 brand new music videos. 3 of them were brand new songs, and one of them was that like the Halloween trigger thing. So, but the new LOL song is called "Look Up," and it is fantastic. It is one of their best songs of the year. And if you're an LOL fan, if you're interested in LOL, definitely check out that song. That is a really, really good song. Other than that, it's been crazy busy as far as like family goes, but I have been listening to the Common Writer opening collection that they released a while back, because I've just been in a Common Writer kick lately, and I really like those openings, especially if you wind up watching the show. The openings, they just kind of bring back a flood of memories like throughout the season as you listen to it. So it is really great. That was a really good collection. I would like to own the physical so I could get Kuga and Agito, but the digital version's fine, and I've been listening to that too. And that's mostly what I've been listening to. Nothing too crazy. What have you been checking out, Ken?
A whole gaggle of things. First and foremost, the Charm Park released his new album, Reverse and Rebirth, so I picked that up. Also, Kieran G released their new mini album, Cherish, so I picked that, and I've been going freaking crazy about it. Honestly, I would like to see you guys give this a listen, because Kieran G specifically, I think both of you would really like it, because they are an older band. They originally were around since like the late 90s.
I think I know who they are.
So, yeah, early 90s to late 80s stuff, and their style is an evolutionary pop style. I think you would really like it. The guitarist is amazing. They just did a song with Yeon Yeon, that Korean girl that Syrup did, a collaboration a couple years back.
Interesting.
So, this new album is really, really good. So, it is available on Apple
who you're
Music.
talking about.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I've listened to them, but I know exactly what band you're talking about. I'm gonna have to check this one out. I'm excited about the Charm Park because I almost honestly forgot I knew he was releasing it soon. I forgot when it was coming out, and I really loved him. So I'm gonna have to grab that too.
The music video for Rebirth and Reverse is also out, and I freaking love that. It was really, really good. So.
I know what I'm doing after the show.
Yeah, besides that, nothing too much out of the ordinary there. I did pick up Sandame's. I pre-ordered their new single. More on that next week, but because the music video just dropped, I think like 2 or 3 hours ago, it was really, really good.
Oh, nice. So I didn't realize that Sandame had a new music video out. I have to check that out, because they do good work.
Yes, they do. It's really, really interesting. So we'll get more to this when we get to the Oricon. But every week for the past 3 weeks had involved a member from Sandame J Soul Brothers.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're totally right.
Mm-hmm.
We had L, I think, from 2 weeks ago with me and you, Luna. And then last week we had, I forgot to mention this, Crazy Boy with Dona.
Boy gone crazy.
And then one of the other vocalists, kind of to spoil that there, is also on the Oricon. But we'll get into more details with that later on. With that, let's move on to the news here. First off, is the lovely 6-member alt-idol group Empire dropped the new music video for their track We Are the World on their official YouTube channel. This is going to be the lead track for their upcoming second album, Great Journey album, releasing on December 18th. And like several other tracks before it, they are being composed by the lovely Team Scrambles, with Kenta Matsukuma taking the reins this time around. But yeah, you can check out more information about the album on our site, along with the music video. We're releasing 3 editions if you guys are so happy wanting to.
Yeah, I've been kind of wanting to check this out. I know Empire's been hit and miss with me, so I'm interested to see how this music video is shaped out. I will say the still for the thing is very interesting.
Same. I'm very curious about that, just because they're the same. Empire's hit or miss, so curious to see where this will go.
All right, moving on to the next article, we have Dizzy Sunfist is releasing their one man live on January 1st. This is a celebration of their 10-year anniversary, so it's pretty exciting. I didn't realize like Dizzy Sunfist had been around that long, but they're celebrating 10 years, and if you want to check this out, you can. It's getting a DVD and Blu-ray release, and I highly recommend checking it out. They are a Indie Corner alum, and I really love this group. Like they've blown me away consistently. I genuinely love them, so I'm glad that they're celebrating 10 years in the business. There's a lot of bands that have made it to the 10-year mark, but there's way more bands that haven't made it to the 10-year mark. So the 10 years is a milestone that needs to be celebrated, and I'm glad that they're doing this. So, and it's a pretty big one-man live. Like they're doing like 37 songs. It's quite a lot. So definitely check it out.
Yeah. I'm very excited for this, nonetheless. And this is from their concert that took place actually back in March, so a while back. But yeah, with that, let's continue on to the popular 3-member rock band Ame no Parade announced that they will be releasing a brand new album titled Borderless January 22nd. This will be their latest album released by the group since their album release of the Black Color back in March of last year. It will drop with 11 tracks total and will also be produced by Koichi Tatsuya of the production team Age Springs. And also, if you want to check out more information about the album, you can check out on our site along with the pre-order links. I've been a fan of them for a while now, just kind of in the background here, so I'm actually quite eager to pick this up. But yeah, continuing on to the next article. It is the lovely voice actress turned vocal Shuka Saito released a music video for her upcoming track 36 Degrees on her official YouTube channel. This will be a double A-side track along with Pa Pa Pa. Actually just got released this past week as reported. And if you guys don't know, Pa 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 is being used for the opening theme for the lovely slice of life anime Oregatsuki, Are You the Only One That Loves Me? You can check out more information about the music video and see the music video in question, along with all the pre-order links for the single on the site. But yeah, speaking of which, of Sanda Mage Seijiso brothers, Hiromi Tokasa and Ryuji Iijima announced that both members will be releasing 2 brand new albums, with Tosaka's album being Who Are You, dropping January 8th, and Imaichi's ones being called Zone of Gold, dropping the week later on January 15th. This will be the pair's latest album released since Full Moon and Light of Darkness from Tosaka and Imaichi, respectively. You know, like you said earlier, Gray, this Tosaka's infatuation of the moon and anything circular is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's really weird, and I'm like, but it's his shtick, and he likes it, so.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Both were released with a good hefty 9 and 7 tracks total for Who Are You and Zone of Gold, respectively, and you can check out all the lovely things on our site about it.
All right, now we're going to talk about a group that I love a lot. So, the Fantastics have actually dropped the music video for their upcoming single, Time Camera, which is set to come out on December 4th, so right around the corner. And this is actually a really fun music video. I really liked this song. I thought it was a really good number, and I actually genuinely liked it. I thought this was a lot of fun. We have the music video. It's here in the article, so you can check it out. Also, there's a standard and limited edition, so if you want to pre-order it, you can do so on the site. It's really good. Definitely recommend it.
All right. Next up, Miwa shows fans what a teenage dream is in her latest music video. And you can check that out on our site. It is the video for, of course, Teenage Dream. It is a short version, so you get a really good snippet of it, but that also makes me really excited for the single. And you can check out the track listing as well that just dropped. There will be 3 editions of it. And we have that on there as well. And the covers have also been released for Teenage Dream Storyteller, which drops on December 25th. Go watch that video, and also pre-order links are on there as well.
And continuing on up, it is the lovely, talented, and up-and-coming rapper Sorane announced that he will be releasing his first album, Fantasy Club, on December 18th. This will release with 10 tracks total and include popular track Brighter, which fellow rapper Koji also will be a part of with their track Hug. It'll also release with recently released track Space Shuttle, and all are written and composed by Sorane himself, with popular rapper RhymeTube on the producing helm. You can check out more information about Sorane on our site, along with the music video for Brighter also on the site too.
Alright, next up is Akai Cohen presented their YouTube Live. Those of you who don't know who they are a 4-member Japanese rock band. And they did a little special treat for fans. Unfortunately, it was 2 days ago. It was on November 27th at 2000 hours, aka about 8 p.m. Japanese time. They were traveling across the country for their latest tour, the Fuyu Tour 2019. Yo-ho! And it was meant to promote that as well. There are stream dates on there, and stay tuned because on that live streaming, they released all the tour dates for all the locations they'll be performing at. So you can always go on their YouTube channel, even though it live streamed. I'm sure it's still on there to check out. Next up is Shuka Saito shows her bubbly side with the newest video she just released, and it is for Pa Pa Pa. And you heard that new single is dropping and will be available in 3 editions. It'll be 36 degrees Celsius / Pa Pa Pa. And it is the opening, like Ken said, the anime Oresuki. And the special edition of that will actually include a exclusive anime cover on there as well. But go on there and check it out. It is adorable. Okay, next up is Korean pop vocalist and member of popular boy band SHINee, Taemin, is bringing his latest Japanese arena tour to Blu-ray and DVD that dropped on November 27th. And the Blu-ray tour is entitled Taemin Arena Tour 2019 XTM, and it is his first nationwide tour of Japan, and it was held between June and August 2019. It will be coming in 2 editions, a Blu-ray limited edition and a DVD limited edition. Both include a special tour documentary, MC Talks, 30-page photo booklets, and first press edition comes with some exclusive goodies. So check out the pre-order links, track listing, cover, and a little preview of that on our site.
I'm actually pretty excited for this. So
I am too, and I'm really glad to see the members have been doing very well. You know,
Yeah.
especially with their solo works. I think Taemin's probably doing the best right now.
Nah, he is. In my company, we had another fan event thing that happened, I want to say 2 or 3 months ago. So he's really popular that they bring him out to Hawaii every so often.
I'm not surprised because a lot of K-pop singers they've been kind of doing that with lately and bringing him to the U.S. too. So it's really good to see his popularity is not just in Korea but in Japan as well as the U.S. So.
But yeah, continuing on up. Once again, it is the lovely Fantastics from Exile Tribe. Just off of the heels of the release of their upcoming single Time Camera, the vocal dance unit announced that they will be releasing their first full album called Fantastic 9 on February 20th of next year. It will release with 17 tracks total, and it will include all 4 previously released singles, along with a new lead track titled Fantastic 9. It'll drop with 3 editions. However, this is very, very interesting. At the time when I was going through it, I think Avex has been very stingy of their international releases. So, at the time of when I was doing this, CD Japan only had their standard CD-only release. That could have changed from the 5 days or so when I originally posted this, but I don't think it did change. But yeah, you can check out that along with the music video for Time Camera also on our side. with that, let's move on to this week's lovely topic. Well, I don't think it's lovely, but it's pretty bad, honestly. So
Depressing.
it's depressing. But Luna, why don't you take the reins with this one? Because I do not like doing these kind of things.
So, I'm sure everyone who's listening to this probably by now knows, as it's been all over CNN, MSN, any major news site all over the world. It's pretty much already been on, but Guhara from of Kara fame actually passed away, and they announced that on Sunday. They have not announced, they haven't given too many details. They announced her funeral and that it was going to be from the 25th to the 27th, like a memorial service they had one private one for family and friends and one for all her fans. They haven't announced much more, but this comes really close to after her best friend Sully of FX fame passed away last month. So this was a big shocker in the music industry. And even though she is a Korean singer, she was a very big Korean singer, but she had a lot of fame in Japan, as well as the group Kara did. I mean, Kara is one of those groups I felt like, along with Girls' Generation, who led the way for a lot of singers and groups in Japan. They were one of the early ones to go over there and hit it really big with their career. I mean, Japan loved them. I love them. I love both their Korean stuff and their Japanese stuff. And usually I'm one of those who's picky, and for example, like Girls' Generation, I'll like one version of Genie better than the other. Or I like Mr. Taxi in Japanese better than Korean. So, but with Kara, I actually liked both of their versions. I liked their Korean ones because it flowed so well. I love their Japanese ones because their songs flowed so well. They had originals in each. And, those girls were all really talented. They all had great harmonies, great dance moves together, and they really showcased a lot in industry. And they have been disbanded since 2016, and a lot of them did go solo. And Guhara was one of them who did go solo. And she was recently touring in Japan. She started doing that in like August, September to promote her latest single, Midnight Queen, which actually came out a couple weeks ago, which makes it really depressing to hear this news. I feel like this was a big release because it was her actual first single in Japan. And for her to be promoting that, around the time of her death, it's just really sad and showcases how harsh the industry is for everyone, and that, sorry, and that, idols are, real people too. They have feelings and they're sometimes pushed to their limits, and it's hard for them to get the help they need, which is really sad. And a lot of them try to lead, private lives, but they can't do that. And it's very unfortunate to see another one has fallen. So, and I was a big fan of both Sully and Hara. And I actually have a lot of both. I have a lot of Kara stuff and I have a lot of FX's stuff. So last month hit me really hard, and this month actually hit me very hard as well. And it kind of makes you, realize that, you don't think about that every day and probably what they go through. You're a fan of them, and in a way I feel guilty of being a fan a little bit. Sometimes, but it's just a very unfortunate thing, and I think, when you're a fan, you should really respect a lot of, the artist's privacy, and a lot of it's not just the fans, it's the media too. But it's just really sad to see something like this happen. Is I had hope that all the members would kind of get back together, get into a reunion, as Nicole and Youngji and all of them, they're such good friends still. They've stayed friends after the group disbanded. And, I feel like that hope was kind of crushed because they still easily could have gotten back together and done something like a reunion concert, or even did like a single together, because a lot of them are still active in the industry. But just to see this, it just makes it very, very sad. And I really liked her Midnight Queen single. I thought it was very good. And I was looking forward to hearing more, seeing her go solo and succeed.
Yeah, so it's hard. These kind of things, unfortunately, it kind of happens, especially with the Korean market, and because of how tough and how unforgiving the market is to its stars. It's just difficult, and our hearts go out to everyone that was affected by this, and it doesn't really help that Kara was they were a very, very successful group. They were the Twice of that generation of several years ago, and they made a foothold in the industry for the Japanese music, for Korea to go into the Japanese music industry. There, they were one of the more successful ones, and it's sad to see that another one has fallen, so to speak. But it's sad, but we kind of gotta continue on. And unfortunately, I really don't want to say this, but the Korean market, that something has to be done, because this is what the fourth suicide that we had to deal with throughout the since we started this show, and it's all from Korea.
I think it's the third,
The
but
third or fourth that
third or fourth.
we publicly announced on this, that it was really, really bad.
Yeah, and this isn't. I mean, this is just ones we've talked about because there's another singer that I loved who this happened to 7, 8 years ago, and she was young, just like Hara was, and Sully. I mean, they're all 25, 28, and it's just really sad to see that. I just feel like it's getting worse as of lately, and I do agree that something, it's unfortunate to say that something does have to be done, and I do believe that Korea is actually trying to pass a law called Sully's Law regarding cyberbullying on the internet to try to cut down on, some of the psychological and mental abuse they have to deal with. Because, that really weighs on anyone who is in the spotlight. And it's just something, you don't want to go online and see that stuff about you. It's just heartbreaking to know what a lot of these girls had to deal with and handle, and the rigorous schedules and training. And it's just very unfortunate. And, we just don't want to see something like that happen again.
No, it's especially for people who are in the idol limelight. It really sucks. The whole bullying and harassing thing. It really sucks. And some people, they have to quit Twitter because of this. It's just how the market is with specifically idols, and it freaking sucks. And that I love the industry. I hate the fandom, but that can go for any fandom at this point. But the idol community fandom is the freaking worst. It's all of them are freaking stands, and you guys are the number one fans, and I freaking understand that. But you guys need to learn your boundaries with that kind of thing too. But it's sad nonetheless, and our hearts are to the friends or family too were affected by this, and I know it's not gonna be the same.
Oh no, I'm still listening to them in the car, and every time I hear a ballad, I just like I don't know. They had so many good songs, so it's kind of depressing listening to it. But their songs make me happy. They had so many songs that I've loved, and just watching them and listening to them makes me happy. But at the same time, like my heart's breaking in a way too. But at least they'll live on in their music, and I mean they carved a great industry for themselves. It's just sad to see it end, like this.
Well, no, I think I need to take a shot to cheer my ass up.
Yep.
And just real quick, I was not a fan of Kara. I never really heard of them until this whole thing goes down. So sorry that I was quiet during that segment, but my heart does go out with the fans and the family and everything. And hopefully they can get this situated in Korea. Like it seems it just, I don't know enough about the situation or how the markets like to really have an opinion, but it is a sad, sad situation. So our hearts go out.
Hey, with that, and like I said, I need a shot. Let's continue on to the Oricon. This week, like we said last, it's actually really different. The Japanese music industry listened to us. I wanted new things, and we kind of have new things here.
That we do.
That we do. Mixed it up with a bit, but number 10 is freaking atrocious.
Yes, yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is Frustration by SKE48. Now, I wasn't on the episode that you guys initially talked about this. It's still freaking horrible from what I last remember. Okay, so I sat down with this. This is the week before I went to Japan. I was like, okay, I'm going to at least listen to everything on the Oricon so I at least have an idea of what to expect to hear when I'm in Japan. Yeah, no, it's pretty bad. And then I saw it on the chart this week, and I'm like, well, I gave it a couple months that I didn't really listen to it. Maybe it changed. Maybe my opinion will change about the song, because when the full version of Sentimental Train a year later came out, I was okay with it. It wasn't as bad as I remember it, but I was okay with it. I wouldn't kick it out of crackers. I listened to Frustration for 10 seconds, and I was like, yeah, no, I really hate this song. I understand what they were trying to do. The rap doesn't help. It really, really doesn't. If they just took that whole aspect out, I think it would have been a right song, but we'll see. Frustration this week sold a lovely 12,874 points. And going on up, it is Masquerade, Dance Floor, and After School by Ibonox. Good old husbando.
Well, I'll say this song was shockingly good. I thought it was really well done, and you wouldn't guess it's a husbando song, especially because, like, if you watch the music video for it, it's live action. Now, you do never see the guys' faces, but this is definitely, I felt like this was actually a really good song. I felt like it had like a really good beat to it, and it was a fairly catchy song. And I actually had a lot of fun with it. It was a lot better than I was expecting it to be. I actually didn't realize it was a husbando song until I saw the album art, and then I was like, oh, it's a husbando song. That's interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was actually really, really good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I was pleasantly surprised.
Regardless, Masquerade Dance Floor sold a lovely 15,946 points. And going on up, it is number 8 with Saka Yamamoto's Suyoku no Hikari. So, Gray, since you finally got to listen to the song, what do you think about it?
I'd like to hear the full version of the song, and I haven't had a chance to see if it's on Apple Music yet, but that's one of the things I'm going to do post show. But I will say I liked it a lot better than her second single, which is not too hard to beat, I guess. But I didn't quite enjoy it as much as her first, but it was a solid number that I did enjoy, and I felt like it was really good. Now,
you just hate ballads.
I like ballads. We're going to talk about a ballad here earlier that I like. I was going to say, hearing the full song, I might appreciate it a lot more. So yeah, I'll say I liked it better than her. I liked it better than her second, but not quite as good as her first. But I need time to marinate on it, and maybe after it sticks with me a while, I might appreciate it more.
Yep.
I really, really liked the song. Like, I loved it the moment I heard it, but I actually am more excited about the full single itself, as I heard the B-side tracks, and they are amazing, and I really, really, really want to buy this.
Yeah, I was wondering how the B-side tracks sound, because, like I said, it's produced by Syrup, of all people.
Stay Free is really good, and Weekend is a lot of fun, but I loved Stay Free. I thought it was great.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this, regardless.
I am too.
It is really good. I'm waiting for the album, actually, because of how the release of this was so close to the album. I was kind of just like, oh, maybe I'll just wait.
I know.
I
That's
might
what
as well
I'm
just wait
doing.
till the album comes out because the album's going to include this regardless. It
Yep,
might not
that's
include the B tracks, but it might include it'll include this song, which I ended up really
Mm-hmm.
liking. But regardless, Tsuyoku no Hikari, so they lovely 18,085 points. And going on up, it is Daijobu Daijobu and Sanjo no Furukao by Hikawa Kiyoshi, the second coming of Inca Jesus, I guess. Here.
Yep. But I think the reason why this is here is mostly because he will be on the Kohaku and
That is exactly the reason why he'll be on this.
Yep.
He is on here because he'll be on the Kohaku. Because, like all other Inca songs ever in Japan, this is only available physically.
yes, it is.
But I think this is the first time you heard this song, though, Luna.
No, I've heard this one before. I was listening to it, and I was just like, why does it sound familiar? I had to have heard this somewhere, but I remember this one.
You know why? Because I'm thinking of how big his the Shobu song that he did last year, because that showed up a hell of a lot more than Daishobu did.
It did. But I
Yeah,
do
you're
remember
100%
Daijoubu.
right.
So
Shobu no Hanamichi, there we go. I'm just remembering it. And we knew exactly as soon as he was picked last year that he was going to sing that song, and that he did. So I'm pretty sure he's going to sing a medley of both of these songs combined.
Oh yeah.
But regardless, it sold a lovely 8,695 points. Going on up, it is number 6, Dead or Alive by BIS. B-I-S. Have to keep on saying that now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what to say about this song.
I didn't care for it, but you all are probably already guessed that anyway.
But, you know, with BIS and Bish, I love BIS more than I love Bish because they're just so freaking out there. But the fact of the matter is, with this song particularly, it's what you would like to say as noise. The vocal track is there, but it's just so soft compared to the overall composition of the song. And I kind of hate that. Nah, well, I don't kind of hate that. I really hate that. You know, with these things, it's supposed to be like a perfect fusion of the style. Not one is going to override the other one. And it could be just because this is the introduction to the new generation. And maybe the new generation isn't as strong vocally as the past two. And maybe that's the reason why vocally it didn't sound too strong. I would compare that to their other songs. But that's just me.
Me personally, I feel like this is probably my favorite song that they've done so far. And the reason why, I do agree with you on all those points. But the thing that I think I really like about this song is BIS is usually way out there in left field. I'm like, I don't know where you're at in the world. It's just so bizarre and weird and different. And that's great. But this is like the first song that I've seen them do where they exhibit any sort of resemblance that's called restraint. And I actually found this song to be very palatable. And I was able to listen to it and enjoy it because it was quote unquote more normal, and they're not being like their weird oddball selves or anything like that. And
I would highly disagree with that because the music video?
The music video is weird.
Music video aside, the song is still pretty out there. It's not as out there as usual, but it's still pretty out there.
Like I said, it's like they pulled it back a little bit, and that's why I appreciated it, because to me they've always been a step too far, and they took one step back, which is what I've been asking for a while, and I liked it.
But what didn't you really? I really thought that, like I said, I couldn't even hear them at certain points because the composition of the song was just so loud.
Yeah, I will say, like, they do need to work on balancing the vocals with the music. but I mean, they've always had like that weird
Because
vocal style where they're kind of where they kind of sing piano even though the music's in forte anyways. That's always been the thing, but in previous songs they've been kind of better at balancing it, so you still hear them. This time they didn't balance it right, I guess would be a great way of putting it, because yeah, there are parts where they're being drowned out, and even though you tend to have like that competing like soft vocals with like grinding hard rock blazing loud guitar, the like there's a balance that's had where you can still hear the vocals while have that hard grindcore guitar that they're going for. So, but like I said,
it's just so, like, particularly for me, but it's just so weird. But they did pull it back, and I know you've been wanting that, and I think they pulled it back because this is the introduction for the new generation.
yeah, I didn't realize that they were on the third generation of Abyss until I had to write an article about their new album coming out, and then I was like, oh wow, okay.
Regardless, Dead or Alive, So They Lovely, 19,777 points. Going on up to number 5. It's Pretender. It sold 23,579 points. Continuing on to number 4.
Yes.
That's all I'll give it.
Thank you.
Which is The Call by good old Color Creation. So, it released physically, I would assume, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the 20th was the physical release.
So that's why it's on here. But yeah, it's all right. I liked it. Not much I can say.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good song, like good power ballad.
I love this song. It's so good, and all 3 tracks on this are fantastic, especially Black Papilio. Oh my god, that song is so good. I have had this song on repeat since it's been available for download all the way back in October. And I if you're a regular listener to the show, you know how much I have pimped this out. So I'm not gonna sit here and beat you guys over the head with how great I think the song is. So check it out, The Call. I will say I was a little disappointed. I really felt like it could have done a little better, but 4, I'm not gonna complain. Like, that's a solid number. They keep coming up, and that's what I like. So we'll keep rising and rising and rising. They won't stop us, baby. They won't stop us. Color Creation, 6-member proud.
But yeah, The Call, So They Lovely, 24,763 points. And going on up, it is Revival Love by the good old Cho Tokyu. So, what do we think about this song?
Surprise hit of the week for me.
Yeah. So, what was very, very interesting about this song? Honestly, I didn't care about their past works. They did 3 singles. I gave them that 3-single buffer, and this is the 4th.
I don't remember talking about them the other 3 times, but I really liked this song. This song was great. I liked it, and I wasn't expecting it, but it's a really, really fun number, and it's one of those times where I really like the music video. Like, the guys just look like they're having a blast, which always endears me to a song. And yeah, this was a really just fun number to listen to. I really felt like they hit the points that they needed to. It's a good catchy song. The vocals are very solid, and they harmonize really well. It just sounds so great to listen to. And I really, really liked it. I felt it was a really good composition that came together.
But yeah, I mean, it was all right. I liked it. It was a surprise hit regardless.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot of fun. I was very surprised because I'm like, and I listened to it. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Yep. Regardless, Revival Love, So They Lovely, 27,769 points. And going on up to number 2, it is Overdose by Hiromi Tosaka. Once again, another Sandame J-Soul Brothers making the charts. All in consecutive weeks.
These guys are on a roll.
So, these guys are on a roll. So, what do we think about Overdose and his, like, I guess Hiromi is like a lycanthrope or something.
He could be like one of those moon worshiper people that just worships the moon. I don't know. But as far as Overdose goes, I really felt like it's a very powerful song. It's definitely very well done. The vocals in this are fantastic. They're very nice and
Oh
smooth.
yeah.
The
Oh my god.
the rap in the beginning is really very nicely done. Just the overall song I felt really hit and was a really great song. It is a ballad, but I genuinely loved this song. I thought it was fantastic, and I didn't know what to expect when I clicked on it, and it was. I think this was the biggest surprise of all the week for me because sometimes with these groups, like it can be, especially like it can be like hit and miss and stuff like that. So, but Hiromi really knocked it out of the park. Like his vocals are just so on point and it's just a really powerful song, really well done. It's on a very serious issue, and it is. I would argue that I feel like it should be higher on the list. Like I just don't think number two. I don't think it sold enough copies. Like this song deserved to do way better. It is a solid number.
I agree, and I really liked Hiromi Tosaka's last song he did, and his last album was fantastic. So hearing Overdose, he did not disappoint, and I felt like it was very dark, but I think that was the reason I liked it, and his vocals were just so smooth and flowed so well in this song.
That indeed, it was really good. I would love to play this over and over again. Yep. Regardless, Overdose, so they lovely 36,093 points. And continuing on to number one, it is Watashi o Surukoto no wa Watashi and Zen Zen Okiaganai Sunday by the lovely Anger Me. So, what do you think about this?
This was a surprising one that I loved because I feel like Anger Me is always been hit or miss. This was a hit. I love the first song. It's freaking amazing. It's catchy. They have great vocals. I loved it. And the second song was actually very good as well. It was a really odd one. It was something that kind of you don't hear in a lot of songs, I feel like, which made it stand out. Um, but I thought this one was amazing. This was one of my top ones of the week.
Yeah, I really felt like Anger Me really did knock it out of the park this week, especially with that first song. That first song is fantastic. I really loved that song. The second song is different. There is no chorus to that song, which I found to be really weird. But it is one of those interesting things. And one of the things that they did for this song, if you look it up on YouTube, they have the English translation of the song as subtitles, so you can kind of follow along and you'll understand the meaning of the song. And also the English translation of the titles are also on the YouTube videos. So they're really going that extra step to reach out to a wider audience, especially a non-Japanese audience, which is always appreciated. And yeah, it was definitely interesting. I do agree. I feel like that first song is just far superior to the second. The second one, I didn't like. I felt it was okay, but that first song was really where it was at. It has a really good melody to it, and the girls really knocked it out of the park. I really felt like they did a great job on that first song. Definitely one of their better songs.
Yeah, like all of their other previous music videos that they've released beforehand, they always include the English to their music videos just so that they could get that international group or international people in on the know for their songs, which is good because Hello Project needs all the help they can get, honestly.
And honestly, I know I don't have the best memory, but I really think like as far as like Hello Project goes, me personally, I feel like Anger Me has been like one of the more consistent performers as far as quality goes. Like they tend to do decent work.
Yeah. You know what's funny? So if this song gets into your mind more than Koi no Acha Acha, I think the song Koi no Acha Acha kind of failed in an attempt.
You're not wrong.
Because that song was meant to be like, yeah, we're going to get into your head. Even Brentford got that stupid song in his head and it worked. It worked because it's supposed to be like that summer pop tune where it gets in your head all the freaking time. But, you know, Watashi o Surukuru wa Watashi, it's interesting enough that it's a very powerful song, so it's not too bad. I love it. And, Anger Me has been kind of hot and cold for me as of late, and this is one of their hot songs. They're becoming the Nishino Kana of for me for their tracks, where I really, really love one single, and I absolutely do not like their other singles.
Well,
Yep.
gotta start somewhere.
No, because I really did like Koi no Acha Acha. Yeah, regardless. It sold a lovely 71,457 points. It's kind of weird that it didn't break 100, but let's see what sold on the albums just a bit to kind of see that
You'll see
what happened.
happens with number one.
Yeah, now I kind of understand why now.
Yeah, you look at number
I was
one, you're
gonna
like,
say.
yeah, that's why.
So, let's go down to the albums real fast. First is just Little Girls. So I don't know.
Anime girls.
Little Anime Girls. So sixth down to number
that's
10.
Nanoha.
Nanoha. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Nanoha.
Glad somebody knows what that
There
is.
we go.
Yep, Mizuki Nana does some of the theme songs. That's how I know.
Ooh. Is she a part of the anime too?
I think she might be, but I've never watched it. But I know of the series because of her. I want to check it out though. It actually has piqued my interest. I heard it's good.
the concepts song and character song box set got released at number 10. 17 making it strong because I've been saying them for the past month now on here with their 17 volume 3. Coldplay for some weird reason is on here with their latest album. I never thought I'd be looking at that, but here we are. Sugihaki Colorful by Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra, taking it at number 7. I've been highly looking forward to this. I'm pretty sure Kyo would like this also.
I was
Frozen.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
When I saw
he
Tokyo
really,
Ska. Yep, I'm like,
he-
Kyo would love this.
he really loves Sky, and I think he really likes this group too. So
They're good.
yeah, they're really good. This Anna and the Ice Princess #2 original soundtrack. Pretty much, it is the Japanese version of Frozen, but it's the Japanese title for Frozen. But
Yep.
Frozen 2,
Mama
the
no,
original soundtrack.
Mama no.
Yep. I didn't know Mama Day. That lovely song.
Yep.
Took number 6. I'm surprised because Japan really, really loves Frozen for some strange reason. Well, I don't know. The thing is, I was in Japan when it first got released, so I didn't know what the hell
We were
Frozen
all in
was.
Japan when the first version got released.
No, it wasn't.
No,
For
I
you
saw
guys,
it
it
in
was
US.
for you guys it was released that November the year prior. But it probably got released in Japan. But this is how popular it was in Japan. They were still showing filmings for it, even though the Blu-ray was released. Because then again, Blu-rays are more expensive in Japan, so it might have been just cheaper to go to the theater, pay the $15 to watch the movie.
Yep, then pay $60 to buy
Making
a Blu-ray.
sense.
Yeah. One of the musical live reps for the Token Rambudanchi formation of Sanbyakunen is also on number 5. I've been highly looking up on this. Token Rambudashi has been piquing my interest because, I do love swords. Going on up to number 4, it is Traveler with official Higedandism. Can't say much about that. They've been killing it. At this point in time, I will highly agree that they probably took number 1.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I love Yunezu, they ruined it from July, so it's interesting to say nonetheless. The Shinaringo Best of album also took number 3. Generations from Exile Tribe, their Shonen Chronicles album, took number 2, and Twice, the new Twice Japanese album took number 1. Can understand now why the singles didn't do so well.
Yep. And there were a good amount of additions to that And Twice album as well, so I'm sure people bought multiple.
That indeed. But yeah, this was a good fun time. I always like doing this. But regardless, You can find us on all the lovely social media sites at ongakadiu on Twitter and Instagram. You can find the site at ongakadiu.com. You can find our two affiliates, Kuryu Hunter. He is a Twitch streamer who mostly does horror stuff. You can find him at twitch.tv/Kuryu Hunter, KYORYUHUNTER. You can also find our other affiliate, Timbertaff, where he is a Twitch streamer in his own right. He's doing that lovely stream about Pokemon. Boy, boy, boy. And you can check him out at twitch.tv/Timbertaft, TIMBERTAFT. And you can listen to me and both of them on our lovely little gaming podcast called Podosaurus, where they just rant about horror games and I just say totally quiet for 30 minutes at a time. Enjoy my peaks of silence. But if you look up Kuryu Hunter on the lovely iTunes and all that stuff, you can find the podcast there. It currently is also available on YouTube if you guys want to search that up. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at OTYCan1. You can find Renford at RentfordD. And where can we find you, Gray?
You can find me at Ongaku Gray, where I tweet about what I'm listening to.
And what about you, Luna?
You can find me at LunaMaria87 on Twitter, Letterboxd in my anime list, and Nerdy Collector Luna on Instagram.
But yeah, I want to thank you guys very much for listening to this week's episode of Ungakadu. Had fun, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was a fun week. We had a good Oricon week.
Yes.
That indeed. But yeah, I want to say thank you very much, and have a great day. Aloha.
Hope everyone has a fantastic week. We will see you next time. Ja mata ne. This is Luna signing off.
And this is great. We'll see you guys next time.